Next, we will review the state submission process in more detail within MACPro. This slide shows today's roadmap for the in-system demonstration. Don't worry about reading all of this information right now. This is just for your future reference. Today's system demonstration will cover the steps that we've just reviewed in the state workflow. Additionally, we will discuss how to create or update the state profile, how to convert a draft submission package to official, how to respond to clarification requests, also known as an unlock in MMDL, and how to respond to an RAI request. This slide includes information about the state profile that we'll be reviewing in the system. Again, this is for your future reference. Let's move into MACPro, and we will be starting with the state profile as a state system administrator. And as a note, we will be using the MACPro training environment today. First, we are going to be logging in as the state system administrator. As I just said, we are working in the training environment today, and therefore the info you see during this training is arbitrary information only being used for training purposes. We are going to be using Nebraska and Missouri throughout this demo, but this is not a reflection of either state or their Medicaid state plan information in any way. We are starting our demo with the State System Administrator, or SSA, because prior to beginning the submission process, the State System Administrator must create a state profile. States that have worked on their Medicaid state plan in MACPro will already have a state profile, as it's required to begin working in the system. So if your state was in MACPro for Health Home Spa, they may already have a state profile set up. The state profile in MACPro includes basic information about each state that is referenced for submissions. I'd like to point out that if you've been using MACPro, what you are seeing on your screen today may be cosmetically different. This is due to recent system updates. When you first log into MACPro, you are taken to your Actions tab on the upper toolbar. The upper toolbar is important for general navigation within MACPro, and each tab serves a different purpose. The Actions tab is for initiating new actions, such as creating a submission package. Let's explore the other options on the upper toolbar before we get started with our state profile. To begin, we will select the News tab on the upper toolbar. This tab is a location that provides a general status update on packages and can be used for informal communication about packages between different MACPro users. It operates similarly to a social media platform. By clicking in the text box at the top of the page, you can write a post for your team. You can send a message to an individual. You can send a social task to an individual, or you could recognize someone by providing them kudos. These features are informal ways to communicate with MACPro users within your state. They are not a part of the official record of the submission package and should not replace your official communication. Additionally, activities related to packages you are working on are listed for your reference. The next tab is the Task tab. The Task tab is where specific actions as part of the workflow will populate for you to work on. Tasks are activities that are needed to be completed to keep the package moving through the workflow, such as reviewing a package or responding to an RAI request. And then the next tab is the Records tab. And this is where you can go to reference submission packages that are complete or in progress. Finally, there's the Reports tab, which can be used for tracking different activities within MACPro. And we'll explore each of these tabs as part of the workflow in further detail during today's training. While we're on the upper toolbar, let's scroll to the right and hover our mouse over the icon in the upper right-hand corner. I'd like to point out the training SSA text that you see there. This is what we're using during our training as our first and last name. When you log into MACPro for the first time, you will see your first and last name populated here. To begin, let's select the Actions tab. And then let's select Create State Profile. This is where the State System Administrator would go for the first time when they log into MACPro to create the state profile. Once it's created, the information will be populated into submission packages as they are created by the state editor. Since we already have packages created in the training environment, the state profile has already been populated, and we receive a message on the screen that says, "A profile already exists for Nebraska." So let's select that link to click here to view edit the profile. Notice at the top of the page in the upper toolbar, Records is now underlined in yellow. Since we are not creating something, but are instead referencing something that's already been created, we shifted from the Actions tab to the Records tab. As you can see here, the state profile includes basic information, including addresses, contacts, their associated information, CHIP and Medicare information, as well as public notice methods. If you wanted to edit this page as a state system administrator, you could do so at the top of the page in the upper right-hand corner by selecting the Update State Profile button.